Hey, everybody, Anthony Morrison here, and welcome to tonight's Success Connection. Hopefully you can all see me now. What's up? How are you? So let me move some things around here on my computer so that I can keep up with you. And then, of course, my trusty stopwatch to make sure that I do not go way over our time. But listen, welcome to the Success Connection. Certainly glad to have all of you here. Excited for another night of training, education, and what I think is going to really be an eye-opening experience for you guys. I got a surprise for you. If you're in our Facebook group, then you saw that I posted something. I think it was around 2 or 3 o'clock today. I posted a question for you that tons of you are responding to and commenting on, and I made it happen for you tonight. So if you aren't in our Facebook group, what's wrong with you? And if you are, then obviously you're going to be in for a really good surprise here tonight. So first thing I want to do is kind of what I always do when we start our training. Listen, we love to have you here on the Success Connection, but it is important to realize, remember, and understand that the Success Connection is not about any one specific product or program, okay? So if you are joining us for the very first time tonight, in fact, if you're for the first time tonight, just give me a big 1 in the chat box. I want to see lots and lots of 1s. I see them flying in. This is your first time ever. Put the number 1 in the chat box. All right, I see tons and tons of 1s. Listen, my dogs are even typing 1s, it sounds like. They're going crazy. Awesome. Well, listen, for those of you that are new, welcome and thank you for being here. I'm assuming that a lot of you are here because you've joined our Partner with Anthony program or our Ambassador program, maybe our Inbox Inner Circle program, or any of our other programs. And here's the thing. The Success Connection, it's not about any one specific program, okay? This is a standalone coaching, training, education experience that I put together for you each and every week. And you can use this, like what we've been doing for the last year is building new businesses, literally building complete businesses from the ground up. And we're gonna start another one tonight, which is phenomenal. So if this is your first time here, you're here right at the start of a brand new business building workshop. But what's great is any of the products or programs or trainings that you have, you can apply that knowledge, that training, everything to what we do here. But this training is not to teach you how to do better in the Partner with Anthony program. This training is not to teach you how to do better with our mobile opt-in software and so on and so forth, okay? This training is a standalone training. And of course, if you've been here a million times, welcome to your 1,000,001st time. We thank you for being here. You already know what this is all about. So super excited, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I thought was really important. It kind of came up in some high level trainings and things that I was doing this week. So you'll know if you're new, you'll see this whiteboard. I use this every single week. This is what I teach. This is what I always use to help you guys to understand and to learn the things that we're doing. So here's the deal. For tonight, let me just give you tonight's agenda. So number 1, I'm going to give you my number 1 tip, okay, to more success, okay? We're going to do that in just a second. Number 2, I'm going to have a mystery guest come in and spend a little bit of time with you on a subject that I see a lot of you talking about in our Facebook group. Then number 3, I'm going to reveal the new business. Okay, so this is the new business that we're going to be building together. I'm gonna reveal that for you. And then number 4, I'm going to give away $500. All right, so let's bang through these really quickly, okay? Because I will try to respect your time. I'll try to keep it to an hour tonight, but we got a lot of really awesome stuff to go over, okay? So number 1, my number 1 tip to more success. So here's the thing, okay? And I was kind of going through this with some guys that just did about $40 million last year, 40 million, okay, in online sales. And I started talking to them, and one of the things that I found was that they were constantly focused on prospects. So let me show you what that means. all of you know that we just built a business together. And by the way, if you're new, I'm going to give you the YouTube business that we just completed last week. I'm going to give it to you free this week. So you're going to get it along with 3 other businesses completely free that you can download tonight. They're yours. You keep 100% of the profits. So you need to make sure that you pay close attention to this. And then, of course, at the end, I'm going to give you all that, okay? So here's the thing. Most of our businesses, we call it the profit cycle, right? So the profit cycle, most all of them involve something like this, where we're bringing in traffic, and we bring it into some kind of page here that asks for it. I'm going to draw this out pretty quickly so it won't look really pretty. But this is our opt-in page, okay? And then from our opt-in page, usually we will go to a thank you page, okay, that has a button. All right, so thank you page has a button, and that thank you page will take us over to our sales page. Okay, so thank you page takes us to sales page. Opt-in page also puts people in what we call our prospects list. Okay, this is people that have not bought your product. Now, from the sales page, people will become a buyer, and that will also put them into what we call a buyer's list. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Most everyone in online business, okay, and this is just what we're all guilty of, all right? What we focus on the most is this right here. We focus on this. What we want to do is we want to get more leads, okay, because this is lead gen. Okay, this is leads. Okay, that's our #1 focus. The second thing that we focus on is this right here. It's how do we get buyers? Okay. And then the third thing that we focus on, and I'm trying to kind of close the loop for you. Let me see if I can't find a color that'll make sense. We'll go with blue. Okay, the third thing that we focus on is how do we take and it's kind of an overlap. It's how do we take these prospects that are on our list and turn them into buyers? Very simple. Okay, we focus on converting our prospects into buyers. Okay, so if we look at this from a very logical perspective here, our main focus is 1, 2, 3. Okay, these 3 circles, these 3 loops are our main focus. Here's what typically we leave out. We leave out this. You see, we get this usually gets left behind. You see, we're trained in marketing, okay? And what we're going to teach you tonight is literally going to help you generate more leads. It's going to help you generate more sales, right? It's going to help you start this process off because look, at the end of the day, once the traffic comes in, our main focus is take that traffic, sell it this product. How many of you are with me on that? How many of you feel like that's probably our main focus? Just give me a big yes in the chat box. Lots and lots of yeses. Keep them coming. If I don't see yeses, I might have my guys just sit there and ban you from the room. All right, look, got to keep our engagement up. Okay, so lots and lots of yeses, right? So basically, what that means is all of you understand is we're focused on getting sales, okay? Here's the thing. It is 3 to 4 times harder to take cold traffic and turn it into a buyer than to turn a buyer into a second purchase. Think about that. It's 3 to 4 times harder to make this process work right here than it would be to take this buyer's list and get a second purchase of another product from them. Okay? This process right here, the second purchase, the additional purchases, usually gets left behind. It's something that we don't do. It's something that we're trained by so many marketers and so many people that we just want to convert, right? That we don't ever think about the fact that once we've converted, there's a process that needs to take place, okay? So there's a process that needs to take place, at least in my opinion, okay? This is the buyer process. So once someone buys from you, the first thing you need to do is consistent. I don't know why this is emails. Okay, consistent emails, but these emails need to provide value. You want the emails to provide value, because if you're able to provide value in the emails, what's going to happen is the attention span of your buyer is going to be actually on doing what it is that they purchase, right? So focusing on what they bought. Let me give you an example. We have a Partner with Anthony program, okay? It's an awesome program. It's only $7. You can't make it much cheaper, else it'd be free, right? So it's inexpensive. But about 53% of our buyers were never logging in, okay? They were never logging into the actual program. Of the 47% that did log in, only about 20% total. So like out of 100 people, only about 20 people were making it past session 3. And I thought, wow, what a waste, right? That's 80% of my buyers are not engaged. They're not doing anything, right? And I started looking at my process and I thought, wow, okay, well, I spend a ton of time right here on this prospects list. All these people that are opting in, I spend all this time trying to get them to buy, get them to buy, get them to buy, get them to buy, get them to buy. And I'm not really focusing on my buyers and getting them to actually use what they bought, okay? Which is what will condition them, build rapport, and then generate more sales. And so what I did was I started implementing consistent emails, weekly emails that go out to our buyers. Session complete emails when they complete sessions. Emails that go out when they're stuck and they haven't moved forward through the program in a certain amount of time. Emails that let people know, let the buyers know that I care that they're not doing what they should be doing, right? And that I'm focused on them and I'm paying attention to them and they're on my mind. Consistent emails, okay, to give value. All right, number 2, we always want to provide free resources and help, okay? So in other words, we want to provide some type of resource for people, okay, who have bought our program that can help them accelerate the usage of it, help them accelerate the profitability of it, help them accelerate their interest in it. Because here's what happens. It's 3 to 4 times easier, okay, to get this buyer to buy another product from us. So if you're always focused and your only focus is on, hey, let's just market to this list right here. Let's just hammer our prospects list and try to get them to buy, get them to buy, get them to buy. And you leave out this buyers list and you're not actually focused on your buyers, then what ends up happening is you leave a ton of money on the table. And people don't use your product, so they cancel, right? Once we implemented this, we have cut those usage or lack of usage numbers in almost half, okay? So by using our follow-up sequence with our buyers and not just trying to sell stuff to our buyers. If you're in our Partner with Anthony program, you know the emails that we send out don't sell anything, right? They're all about, hey, why haven't you used this? Hey, why haven't you logged in? Hey, what you know, all that stuff. It has nothing to do with why haven't you bought this other something, right? This is causing people to use the program. When people use the program, then at a later date, when I say, hey, there should, you guys should really, you would benefit from X, Y, or Z. Most all of you will buy it. How many of you would agree that if I got on here right now at this minute and I said, hey, there's this new program that either we're releasing or a buddy of mine's releasing, it's $1,000. And I'm not going to give you some 45-minute presentation about it. I'm going to ask you to trust me. I'm going to ask you to know that I don't get on here and ever sell you anything. So I want you to go buy it. Here's the link. It's going to teach you how to get traffic to make your business more profitable. Put a number 5 in the chat box right now. If you honestly, and this is no nonsense, if you honestly would just go to the link and buy the traffic generating program that I suggest for $1,000 right now tonight, simply because I suggested it, even if I don't even tell you what it is, other than it's going to help you and you're going to get traffic. Give me a number 5. All right. And this is only if you will really pull out your credit card and do it right now. Put a number 5 in the chat box. All right. I see tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of 5s coming in. Okay. There, by the way, that doesn't exist. That's not happening. It's no trick. Here's the thing. The reason that you will do that is because I have provided value, because I have helped you make money, because I have focused on my buyers and not just focused on creating more buyers. Does that make sense to everybody? For me, yes? Okay. So listen, if you're in the Partner with Anthony program, that's awesome. We are going to focus on helping your buyers and helping them move through this program, right? Because they end up being obviously buyers of us. But through all the programs that we've given you on the Success Connection, we've given you a lot of businesses. We've given you the, more recently, just finished up the YouTube business. So I gave you that. That's where you get to sell a YouTube product. It's awesome. I mean, you get to sell a full course on YouTube. So for those of you that are new, it looks something like this, and we'll talk about some of the new stuff in just a second. But the new one looks something like this. Like you have a pretty cool opt-in page right here where we send traffic and you build your email list. Okay. Then we have also given you a sales page. Now there are a lot of sales pages that are available, but this is, let's just pull up one of them. Okay. So here's the sales page that you can use to sell this product, right? We give it to you completely free. So if you're new tonight, you'll get this. All right, no problem. Then what are you selling? Go figure. You're selling a members area, okay? And so we have built that members area for you right here. And it's literally got all of your training in it. So this is a complete business, by the way, okay? This is a lead generation page where we're going to drive traffic and build your list. This is a sales page where we're going to sell a product, teaching people how to use YouTube to make money. And then this is a training and a course that we're going to deliver to people when they buy from us, okay? All 3 of these assets complete a business. They complete that profit cycle, if you will, up here, okay? We've got the opt-in page. Oops, I got to pull that up on the screen. Hold on. We've got the opt-in page. Okay, we've got the sales page. We have thank you page in there too. But we have the sales page, and then we have the prospects list that's being built from that, which is obviously important, right? And of course, we'll make sure, we'll make sure 150% that we give you every asset that you need. Now, let's see, I'm trying to look here and make sure I got what I need. All right, perfect. So we give you everything that you need to start this business and run this business, selling a YouTube course. I've also done this on other courses as well, okay? So we've done this on many, many different ones. But the main thing that I wanted to do is share with you what I think is my number 1 tip to getting more out of your business. And that is, you cannot forget to, once somebody buys, you can't just throw them off to the side and then, who cares, and focus on all the people that haven't bought yet, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes. Okay, it was something that I saw. I'm not going to say where I saw it, who I saw saying something about it or anything like that. I'm just going to say that for me, I noticed a problem in the industry, and I wanted to bring that to your attention because I think that it's important, and I think it's one of the reasons why I've been so successful and why a lot of other people have honestly not in the last little while. So what we're going to be doing, and I'm going to kind of go out of order here. I'm going to go to this one. Okay. Not really sure why my Well, my pencil has stopped working, but I'm going to go to this one, okay, and reveal your new business. So what I am going to be doing for you guys, all right, and I think this is going to be really, really cool, is we are going to launch a brand new business starting next week on Instagram. How many of you like that? Just give me a big yes. All right, I asked you to vote in the chat box. I saw tons and tons and tons of people voting. And then I also asked you to vote in our Facebook group, and I just saw tons of people saying Instagram, Instagram, Instagram. In just a second, I'm going to draw the Instagram funnel out for you, and I'm going to lay out for you when you're going to get each one of those assets. However, how many of you feel like it would be massively beneficial to you if we were to teach you a little bit of this tonight? How to get traffic to your business using Facebook ads. How many of you would like to learn how to do that tonight? Okay, the basics of getting your Facebook ads up and running. Just give me a big yes, yes, yes in the chat box. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Well, here's the deal. As you all know, I am the opposite of a Facebook expert, okay? I still try to figure out how to find my pixel in my account. This is no lie. I admit my weaknesses. My weakness is only because I have failed to ever pay attention to a course or a training on Facebook ads. And that is not advisable, right? I have gone through agency after agency after all the ones that say they can run your Facebook ads for you, and I've lost money every time. And so what we did was, beginning of this year, we brought someone onto our team who has started running our Facebook ads, works only for us, not at an agency or anything like that, and also is a phenomenal teacher. So he's going to be kind of a part of our team as we kind of roll out new things this year, not only from the side of doing our ads for us, but also teaching what he's doing for us. Because if you think about it, like the Partner with Anthony program, almost all of you are members of Partner with Anthony. If you're not, I'll give you a link to it later on. It's like $7. But the point is like he's running ads for our Partner with Anthony program. So if you want some help in understanding, like, how do we get a profitable Facebook ad running for Partner with Anthony? This is the guy running my ads. And so what I'm going to do is give him about 15 to 20 minutes to give you a crash course on getting your Facebook ads started. We'll probably use the Partner with Anthony program as an example, okay? But remember, you can run Facebook ads to any of your businesses. So you can run Facebook ads to the YouTube business. You can run Facebook ads to the Inboxer Academy business. You can run Facebook ads to the 8-figure funnel business. All of the businesses I've given you here on the Success Connection, you can run Facebook ads to them. We're getting ready to launch the whole Instagram business, which I told you about. You can run Facebook ads to that. So understanding the Facebook ad side of thing is important. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him show you how it's done. Of course, I'm going to be right here, but I think he is better to teach this than I probably am. So with that said, I'm going to bring him on. Roger, can you hear me, and are you here?
I can hear you, and I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and you are here. So this is always a good thing. Look, technology has served us well tonight. I'm excited. So listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass my screen to you and make you the presenter. Everyone on the Success Connection is going to freak out because I never do this, but I am actually giving up my right to my own screen right now. This is a very sad thing. You can just accept it. And there he is. Okay.
All right.
So you've got your screen open, and there he is. So there's Roger. Everybody say hello. Not to be mistaken for my dad, just because you have the same name. You know, it's sometimes people are like, well, you said Roger runs your Facebook ads. I'm like, yeah. It's like, Dad? No, not my dad. He didn't do much Facebook for us. So listen, all of our students, whether they're new or not, most all of them have Partner with Anthony. And you and I both know that the strategies that we're running will work, you know, anywhere, right? In other words, they'll work for any product. But what I want to do is kind of go through the basics of how we get an ad live, right? So for most of you, you know, you're looking, this is inside of my business manager. I mean, this is my account. You can see Morrison Publishing at the top. So this is my account. But what we're going to do is start with like the create the ad button. And what I want you to do is just kind of go through like what's going on in your brain when you launch an ad for the Partner with Anthony program. What are you doing? And we don't have to get like super granular to where it's confusing. Let's just keep it high level and say, if I wanted all of our students to be able to launch Facebook ads in the next week, and I wanted them to post a screenshot of their Facebook ad account with their results in our Facebook group, and I'm going to give away $1,000 to somebody, what's the training that you would give them and the steps they would take to get a Facebook ad live?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. We're going to give that away for free. That's awesome. Cool.
This is what we do.
All right. Well, really quick, before we get into that, I do want to just ask, because if you've ever run a Facebook ad before, period, leave me a 1. And if you've tried to run a Facebook ad before, but you did not see the results you were looking for, leave me a 2. I just want to see where we're at right now tonight. Okay, awesome. So a lot of ones, a lot of brand spanking new beginners have not even gotten into their Facebook ad account before, but I'm also seeing a few trickling in here that have had, some experience, but maybe not a lot of success. I really hope that I can serve both of you tonight. I hope that those that haven't done this before will really learn something new, will be able to get out there. And if you have run Facebook ads, but you just aren't seeing the success you're looking for, there might be some few things you're leaving out that I think you're really going to be excited about tonight. The light bulb's going to go on, so I won't waste any more of your time, and I'll just get right into it. So thanks for answering that. Here's the ad account. The first thing that we're going to do now, okay, first I got to say, some of you may have a different looking ad account than this. Just say that right off the bat. Some of you may go into your ad account and it's an older version. Don't freak out. Don't worry. It still works exactly the same, just as beautifully as it would. But this is just an updated version that will roll out to your account very soon. But the buttons are the same. The names are the same. Don't worry. So the first thing you're going to look for in the top left corner here is that create button. And that's where the magic happens. That's where we get started. So we're going to click create. And it's going to take us to a screen here. It says use existing campaign or create a new campaign. My assumption is if you haven't done this before, you'll need to create a brand new campaign. So we're in the brand new campaign and we need to choose what's called an objective. What are we looking for? What do we want our ad to accomplish? And this part is a little misleading. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little misleading. So first, let me ask this. If you had the option of generating traffic, which is clicks, getting people to the website, so if you can have clicks, engagement, which is a lot of likes, comments, and shares on the ad, or email addresses from the ad, which one would you choose? Would you choose clicks, engagement, or email addresses? I'll give you once. Okay, everyone is saying email addresses immediately before I even finish that. Anthony, you have definitely trained them well.
We want email addresses. There's those shirts that say like, there's people that say there's the shirts that say like, we'll do this for food or we'll do that for donuts or something.
Right.
Like mine is like, we'll do anything for, and on the back of my shirt it says like leads, email addresses. So I mean opt-ins. So we need to get that for everybody. So we all want opt-ins.
Right, and we call them different things. Like you heard Anthony say, we call them leads, we call them email addresses, we call them opt-ins. But on Facebook, you're going to be looking for conversions. So I'm going to click right here, and you'll see why they call it conversions, but I apologize that it might be a little misleading with all the names. You'll see why they call it conversions in a little bit. But what we're looking for to get those email addresses is conversions. So I'm going to click on that now. And the reason we want conversions is because we would like, and let me just name the campaign to new ad so that it shows up. And we'll click continue here. You can choose some settings here, creating a split test, campaign budget optimization. Don't worry about that right now. We'll come back to that. For right now, I just want you to set up a conversion ad. And we'll click continue here. And the reason it's called a conversion ad is because when you go to a landing page, So Anthony's talked a lot about this, and I'm going to go to one just as an example. We'll go to PWA. When you go to a landing page, we want them to what we call convert. So we want them to put their email address in. Sorry for the test at Gmail, Anthony. I apologize.
Fake leads, just what I hate.
Rocks on rocks. That's the one for the
This is why you should all get mobile opt-in immediately tonight.
That's true.
No more fake leads.
So when I click on submit, there's going to be a little thing called the Facebook pixel that is what we call, it's going to fire off when it gets to this page. And you see here, it registers.
We've waited long enough to go ahead and get.
I'm talking. It fires off here as a lead, and what that means is that we've made a conversion. Someone has gone from the landing page and they've converted into a registrant or an opt-in or a lead or an email subscriber. So that's why we want to click on conversions. Now, what that also means, and I apologize if the word pixel scares you to your core. I promise you it's more simple than it leads on to believe, but that will mean that you will need to install your pixel on the thank you page of your opt-in page. Let me know in the chat box, give me a big fat yes if you've installed a pixel before, and a little tiny no if you haven't done that before.
And by the way, Roger, that's why, so for those of you that are doing like the Partner with Anthony thing, you can't put a pixel on our page. That's why it's important to have what we call a bridge page. So somebody opts in, they go to a little bridge page that's a thank you page, which I teach you inside of the Partner with Anthony program how to do that. And I say, send people to this little bridge page. When they click the button, they go to a sales page. And of course, when you own the product, like for instance, the YouTube business that we created last week, or any of the other 4 businesses we've created, or the Instagram business we're going to be creating together, since you're selling the product, you're keeping 100% of the money, you control everything, you can then go from the opt-in page straight to the sales page and skip the little bridge page, okay? So just want to be clear on that. Obviously follow along in the Partner with Anthony and stuff like that. It'll give you the exact steps on that. But for the purpose of the businesses we're creating here on the Success Connection, you'll be able to go straight from the opt-in page to the sales page and put your pixel on it since you own it.
That's awesome. And the important thing there is to learn how to get that pixel on there, which Anthony teaches in spades, which is awesome. But the reason I want to say this to you is because there are some teachers out there that will tell you, hey, you know what, if the pixel is confusing, just optimize for getting a lot of clicks and a lot of engagement and just a lot of traffic to the website. And in my experience, you could spend a lot of money on that, but you won't actually get any email addresses because Facebook isn't optimizing for you to get those email addresses. They're just trying to find people that are likely to click, likely to comment, share, and post. And I don't want you to waste your money on that. Give me a I hate wasting money in the comment. I know that was a little bit of a long one, but say I hate wasting money if that makes sense to you. Okay, awesome.
I hate it.
And I don't want to just teach you something just because it's easy to get something up there. I don't want you to waste money. I want this to be successful for you. I want you to learn the right way. So getting that conversions and then putting that pixel on the thank you page to make sure you're collecting those audiences. Now you'll be on what we call the targeting page. And here's what that is. So we have their ad set name. I'm just going to name it. I usually like to name this based on the interest that I'm using. So let's say digital marketing gurus, because I like targeting the gurus in the industry and kind of steal their traffic. The next thing, the next thing we do is under this conversion section, we say, well, what's the conversion that you want? Do you want to purchase? Do you want to lead? And because we're optimizing towards email addresses, we're going to put lead right here. So I'm just going to click on lead. And then we'll scroll down to the custom audience section. If you've built any lookalikes before, this is where you'll put your lookalike in. Or if you've built any warm traffic, like you're going to say, okay, I'm going to retarget everybody who's been to my Optin page. Everyone who's been to my Optin page, I want to target them. Well, you'd build an audience of those people in Facebook, and then you'd put that right here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, because you don't have to know right now. But if you do, you get what I'm saying. That's where that audience goes, right here. Then we'll put in our locations. I like to add in all the major English-speaking countries. So Australia, Canada, and United Kingdom.
And let me throw one more thing out there for those of you that are doing ads for Partner with Anthony right now, which I talked with a couple of people through email. A couple of things that you should maybe focus on. The countries that Roger just talked about are great. They're the top countries. This means everyone is marketing in those countries. I mean, hello. We have a couple of students who were marketing in other countries like South Africa and just all over the world. And we were getting a lot of sales from it. And he was getting clicks really, really cheap, like super cheap, right? The only countries that we really don't, I mean, like if you start sending a bunch of sales from Nigeria, and I apologize if anybody on here is from Nigeria, I know we have some students there, but just because of the known fraud, like our banks will decline the charge. You just can't do it. But going into Europe and going into some of these smaller countries around the world that maybe don't, not all like 100% English speaking, but there are people there that speak English. It's so cheap to advertise there that a lot of times you can use some of those other countries. I would set up, personally, I would do your ads like he's saying, then set up another campaign for these other countries and just see how it works. But don't negate the other countries, right? Because a lot of people do that, and then when they do, they end up, they're not tapping into a well that other people are not tapping into. So when you go into like specifically France or specifically, Italy, specifically some of these smaller countries, but over here, right, ones that people aren't usually targeting, you can get some really good sales and a lot of inexpensive traffic and leads. So anyway, but keep going.
No, that's perfect. And since I only work for you now, Anthony, I can tell your students all the secrets that I've had in the past, because I've spent $10,000 to $20,000 a day on some ads. And what I would do is I would Google first world English-speaking countries, and we put those in there: Denmark, Finland, Ireland, Spain, Italy. So it's a great tip. It's kind of a secret. Don't tell anybody else about this, okay? All right, thank you. We'll continue. So the next section that we get to is the detailed targeting section. If you don't have any warm traffic, if you don't have any lookalike audiences, and you are just starting out, you still have a wealth of traffic, of great quality traffic that you can send your ads to right here. And I'll tell you something, I've been doing this for years. I've spent a lot of money on certain accounts, and I still use this targeting as a main driver of my sales. So, do not discredit this. If you're just getting started, you are totally in the okay right now. So I said I'm going to look for some digital marketing gurus. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say maybe Amy Porterfield. I'll look up
Russell Brunson.
We got Ryan Dice. We got Tony Robbins. But you know what? When I am struggling to come up with some ideas, Facebook has this handy little button right here called suggestions. And I use this tab more than I would like to tell Anthony that I use this tab, because it gives me all the secrets that I need to know. Gives you a lot of different interests here. Now, when you're just getting started and you have no idea who these people are, I'd recommend just Googling them and seeing really if they do fall in line with what you're looking to target. So Marie Forleo, I know from experience, does. Mike Filsay, Mike Dillard, I think you get the idea. So we put a group of audiences together under one house, my digital marketing gurus list, and that's our targeting. Now we have to decide where this is going to go. Is it going to go just in the Facebook newsfeed? Is it going to go just in the Instagram newsfeed? or is it going to go in any of the audience networks? So you can see here, there's tons of different options. Facebook and Instagram stories, there's messages, lots of different options. Anthony, do you specifically teach when people are just getting started something for this?
I don't teach any of this because I don't know how to do it. So,
okay.
But I can tell you what I would think is that I would want to stick in the news feed. I would want to be potentially on the Instagram news feed. I would want to be in the news feeds. I feel like that's where the eyeballs are, but I could be completely wrong. So don't.
No, well, and when you're just getting started, this is why I wanted to say that if you're just getting started, just stick with the news feed. It's going to give you the data that you need. But if you run traffic for a little bit now, I'm on a high-level call with Facebook every other week right now, and they are pushing people. And by the way, when I say Facebook is pushing to do something, they do want your best interest. They do want you to have success. And they would want you to do automatic placements. And you'll find if your ad works best in the news feed, they're going to pretty much send all of the traffic to the news feed. It's not like YouTube where they're going to kind of distribute it evenly regardless of how well it's doing. Facebook really does want to find the best place to give you those conversions. So if you're just getting started, stick with the Facebook newsfeed and the Instagram newsfeed. But as you're rolling along, you're starting to see some success, go ahead and try out that automatic placements. And I'll show you why in just 1 second as we get into the creative part, because Facebook just launched this month. And I'm telling one of the coolest things that I have ever seen them do. So their next section, so we'll put it on automatic placements for right now. I'm getting excited ahead of myself. The budget and schedule, let's leave it at let's put it at a $5 daily budget because we're probably going to have a few different audiences that we're going to run. This is some bidding stuff. Don't worry about that. We want automatic. We want Facebook to find the cheapest conversions possible. The conversion window was already set to 7-day click or 1-day view. Just leave it. I've tested that a million times. Just leave it as it is. And we'll click continue from here. So does that make sense anyway? Is that too fast? Does anybody have any questions? Give me a 1 if this rocks and you're ready to just keep going. All right, awesome.
I see the ones.
They type fast, man. All right, let's click continue here.
Group. Always. They never get this kind of training because I couldn't give them this kind of training because I don't know how to do this. So,
well, everything I've learned from email marketing and Facebook fan page I learned from Anthony. So this is a quid pro quo here.
There we
All
go.
Right. So the ad name, let's just put new ad for now. Then the identity. We are not going to use Adrian for Anthony's ads. We are definitely going to use Anthony. So make sure if you have multiple fan pages that you have the right fan page. If your Instagram page is connected, then you can go ahead and click that. If it's not connected, like you see here, they'll just use that page on Instagram newsfeed. So you don't even need to connect an Instagram. Facebook will still continue to run it on Instagram for you. They'll just use your Facebook feed. So let's go down here. I prefer for these ads, when we're looking to generate email addresses, either A, very simple and short and sweet videos, no more than maybe like 15 to 30 seconds, or a really nice image. People are going to tell you videos convert, so much better. You got to get on video. And yeah, you could try out video, but if you don't have things that are great quality, just go ahead and use images. We still use images all day, every day to great success. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab an image now that I know we have in here. One thing that I really like to do is I like to mix up either what's called a native image or a photoshopped image. A native one is something that your friends might post, something that you might already see in the newsfeed. So this would be, for me, an image of Anthony and his brother, just kind of out in an event. However, there's another type of image, which is more of a photoshopped image, which I think you've seen some of those before. Those are where, and it's loading right now, so I'll just explain it. You see a picture of Anthony, and then maybe right next to him is a big picture of the book with a green screen on the background. I love to test both of those ideas, but if you don't know Photoshop and you don't have anything that you can use, go ahead and just use something simple, something that looks good, something that's appealing to the eye, something that shows happy people, happy faces. Facebook has said that they do favor images where the people are smiling, which is kind of funny to think about, but I digress. So you go ahead and you pick your image or your video. And the next part here is where we get to put in the copy. This is my favorite part. This is the story of the ad. So what I did here is I selected one of our best performing pieces of copy, and I wanted to just show it to you and maybe walk through a little bit here. And some of you might be looking at this and going, holy smokes, that's a lot of words. How am I going to write stuff like that? You don't need to worry about how many words you use. All you need to worry about is what's the message that I'm trying to portray. And if you know the message, and I'll explain what the heck I mean in a second, if you know the message, you'll find that the words come naturally. So before I met the Morrisons and before I was working with Adrian, with the agencies, I was an internet marketer too. And I was trying to find the best solution to make money online. And I have found that there were a lot of gurus out there that were teaching a lot of different strategies. Can you type guru in the chat if you feel like you've seen so many gurus in this industry teaching so many different strategies? I'm seeing gurus all, yeah, because you see them in your newsfeed all the time, right? So many different strategies. And I wanted to make an ad based on how frustrating and overwhelming it can be to just see strategy after strategy and not know which one is actually working. And when I saw how many of you were making sales online with Partner with Anthony, how many of you were finding your first sale so quickly, I was so inspired by that I quickly put together this ad. You'll get it as soon as I start saying it. It goes like this. This is how my digital marketing students are crushing it in 2019. So see how I mentioned this year. It's working right now. They're not drop shipping trinkets from China. You know, they're not getting into FBA and getting their margins eaten up by Amazon. They're not trying to rank and rent SEO sites, expect local business to pay them, and they're definitely not buying more training courses. And friends, if you're listening to me right now and you're wondering how to write copy like this is something that I personally experienced. I have done every single one of those things and have failed at every single one of those things. And I was just kind of venting about it on this ad. So I was explaining, well, what the difference is with Anthony students, with Partner with Anthony, is that instead of trying to find the latest strategy or hack, like you see here, they're finding success by partnering with me, with Morrison Publishing, and copy and pasting all of my funnels, the exact funnels that I've used, so that they can use them as their own. You know, I just kind of walked through what the training's about. I poured in my own frustrations, my own story into the mix here, and then just shared what the training's about. And
how many of you have a story similar? Yes? Give me some yeses. Yeah. I know all of you, prior to getting on the Success Connection and stuff, you've all told me like, oh my gosh, I've had this problem, or I've had that problem, or this sucks, or that sucks, and all this stuff. And a lot of times, rawness is what really works. I was just reviewing my infomercial, the very first one I filmed, the one that most of you probably haven't even saw. And man, it is so raw. Like I look like I'm scared to death. The words coming out of my mouth are just like, not me now, but they were me then. And so raw really works. And one thing that I do want to caution all of you on, and we talk about it a lot, is everything that's above the fold. So if you look down here at the image, you'll see the more button. It shows you how much of your copy people are going to see without having to click the more button. You have that much space to get their attention enough to make them click the more button to read the rest of your copy, which then leads them to click the button to go to your page. So if you read this is how my digital marketing students are crushing it in 2019. I've just said, I have students in this present year that are crushing it. Now you're excited, you're like, okay, people are crushing it. And then I start qualifying or dequalifying things. They're not drop shipping trinkets from China to pray that they somehow go viral. They're not getting into FBA. They're all having a lot of, okay, or it says they're not getting into FBA and having a lot of, which leaves a cliff note, right? Like that's one of the things that people always want to, well, not having a lot of what? And you click more to see the what, but you're also playing off the fact that everybody's doing FBA on Amazon, everybody's doing this drop shipping from China, and most everybody's finding that, you know, unless you have a really good teacher like Adrian teaches this and he teaches it really well and people have success, but there's so many people that just jump on the train and say, oh, look, I know how to do Shopify, and then they teach it the wrong way. So there's tons of people that are failing with it, and those people, this ad resonates with those people, the ones that have tried and failed at these things, and that's what gets them to read further. So just be aware of the fact that when you're making an ad, look at what people are going to see before they click that more button, and make sure it is something you would respond to and you would click more on, right? And I think that's the most important thing. So you can keep rolling through. We got about maybe 5-10 more minutes.
5-10 more minutes. That's perfect. We're just about to wrap it up here. Yeah, and by the way, if you do want to know how that above the fold copy is doing, check out your click-through rates in the metrics. If you got below a 2%, I would go ahead and try out some new strategies, some new copy above the fold, and then as you see that grow, you're going to see your ads improve. So
and another thing is the link in that ad. That is, a lot of you have asked me how you get links that look like that. That's built with our build redirect software. I would so advise against using, I forget what's the free one, Bitly.
Yep, yeah.
Facebook will ban your ads just like that. So you might as well forget it. But there are other softwares, but we have one, most all of you have build redirects. You want to use a build redirects link in these ads, and I'll give you 2 reasons why. One, because when somebody looks at that link and it says free.partnerwithanthony.com/free, they're seeing the word free, right? And free is like a powerful word that makes us take action, right? Number 2 is that, listen, one thing that you don't want to do, and this is one thing I have learned, because all I pay attention to is how much did we spend and how much did we make. I don't know how we got there, all these things, but here's what I do know. Once you get an ad that's up and running on Facebook and it's seasoned and it's making money, it's getting comments and engagement and all of that stuff is happening, okay, and and it's doing well. If ClickFunnels, let's say that when you click that ad, it's going to your ClickFunnels opt-in page, either for your YouTube business or for your Instagram business, whatever, any of the businesses that we've given you or any of the businesses that we continue to give you, okay, or even Partner with Anthony. If ClickFunnels goes down, which does happen, and it has happened, it'll happen a couple times a year. If ClickFunnels servers go down, when Facebook checks this ad and they see that it's going to a dead page, they will disapprove all your ads.
Right.
And what happens is, if you've got 100 ads running, they all get shut down at one time, because when Facebook clicks the button or checks the ad, that's their algorithm's clicking the button, they see it's a dead page, they say, hey, we don't want this showing up on Facebook, and your ads get shut down. Well, when your ads get shut down, it stops everything. It stops all the algorithm learning, everything stops. And a lot of times when you start those ads back up, they don't perform the same way. But if you're using a build redirects link like the one that you see here, or any other software that does this, the minute that you see that ClickFunnels is down, which our software will actually alert you and say, hey, all these links are going to dead pages, you can instantly go in and redirect that traffic somewhere else. Even if you just redirected it to anthonymorrison.com for a few minutes, right? Doesn't matter. You can redirect it anywhere you want, which then keeps the ads running, because all of a sudden your ads are not dead, right? They're not going to dead pages. That prevents you from losing all the work you've put into that ad up to date. So highly, highly recommend that you use some kind of link tracking software on this. Of course, we have build redirects. That's what we use, but just don't use the free ones, because think about it. If it's free, who's going to abuse it? All of the spammers. And so the minute that Facebook sees like a bit.ly or whatever link, they just ban the ads, because they know that that's a URL that people are using to do bad stuff on Facebook. So they force you to have to buy something or build something, and we built it, and now we let you use it for really cheap. So anyway, all right, you can keep going. So that's where that link is.
Anthony has mentioned something that is to prevent you from banning your ads. Please write it in chisel and stone, make it an 11th commandment if you need to, and put it on your wall, because you do not want that to happen. I promise you, that is the worst thing. So whenever he says don't do something, I'm telling you from experience, please take that advice, free advice right there. Oh man, that's going to save you a lot of money. All right, we'll keep going because we have one more element that I want to focus on in this ad, and it's called the headline, or some people call it the title. There is a lot of theory around what the most important element of an ad is. I think that they're all important. I think you need to really consider all of them. But I have found that I think the headline is almost the last ditch effort. If you couldn't attract them with your image, if you couldn't attract them with their above the fold copy, then the last ditch effort that you have, it doesn't mean it's the least important, it could mean it's most. The last ditch effort that you have to get their attention and get them to read the ad is that headline. Now, if you are just starting off, there's a lot of advanced strategies and ways that you can work the headline and the copy. If you are just starting off, I want you to focus on making the headline as clear as day as to what you are trying to communicate in the ad. And so I'm going to show you right now our #1 headline for the Partner with Anthony program. This is the one that's converted better than anything else. I am still trying to beat this headline. So here it comes.
I like what this is.
Well, let me just write it out and then we'll get into it. Here we go. How to copy and paste all of my funnels and use them as your own. Now, when I just ran this, it did okay. But here's the part that made it explode. And this is personal, by the way. This is something that I loved about Partner with Anthony. Even if you don't have anything to sell, here's the reason why this works. Because so many people, so many gurus and instructors out there are teaching digital marketing. They're teaching marketing. But the catch is they don't actually give you a product to sell. So you learn all of this marketing. You learn how to run Facebook ads, YouTube ads, SEO, all this crazy stuff. But then you're totally left on your own to come up with your own product. Friends, do you know how hard it is to come up with a course, a program, or a software, a follow-up sequence, designing your own funnels, designing your own pages? That's going to take way more time and money than just learning the marketing. And so they're teaching this marketing, in a sense, because it's easy to teach it. But what Anthony does is he gives you a program where you don't need to have your own product. Even if you don't have anything to sell, but you love this digital marketing stuff, you've been learning so much. Even if you don't have anything to sell, you can still copy and paste all of Anthony's funnels and use them as your own. Now, last thing I'm going to say about that is there are different strategies and ways to do headlines. So if you ever see our ads running and you go, oh, that's not exactly, I just want you to see this is the most important one. And if you're just getting started, the most important thing that I can tell you is make your headline as clear as day. And friends, this was the clearest headline that I could come up with. And that's why it's converting the best, because it's the clearest.
I like that. And let me explain something. I told you guys words matter before, and I said know your words and you'll know your numbers, because you need to know the words that create the numbers for your business. And I can tell you right now, like even I haven't really paid close attention. I don't see this, but this is I should probably be learning this myself, because even if you don't have anything to sell also helps people, because when you say how to copy and paste all of my funnels and use them as your own, well, a lot of people, especially if you know what the word funnel is, a lot of people will interpret that as, okay, it's a funnel, but how am I making money from it? It's usually lead generation funnels, right? And that's the digital marketing side of things. It's let me show you how to generate leads, generate leads, generate leads. How the heck do I make any money off those leads? By filling in the next logical question that someone has. What about having anything to sell? And then in the headline you address, even if you don't have anything to sell, that's going to get attention, but not only get attention, get the right kind of attention. And I think that's important. So I like it. And another thing that you can do in your headlines, which I don't do as much on my Facebook headlines, and that's because I'm not as involved in my Facebook stuff. I probably should be and will be at a little higher level this year. I kind of let these guys run because they know what they're doing. But another thing that you can do is use headlines that just grab attention kind of like, you used to see clickbait, right? And I'm not saying do clickbait, but you can create ads that are like, I don't know what you call like attention bait, right? Like for instance, why is my shirt pink and my arm around this guy, right? And then you might can build into there, hey, look, that's me and my brother. We're hanging out after we just completed our Build Sim Profit Live event, where we taught people in 2019, this was 2018, we taught people how they could make money on the internet, not having to do any drop shipping from these little trinkets from China, not having to hope and pray that those things go viral, not having to do any of this Amazon FBA, la da 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 da. And we could go on down the list, and I could say we were so excited when we left this event, having taught so many people how to build an internet business, how to use our funnels, how to profit from our funnels without ever having anything to sell, that I told my wife, hey, take a picture of us. I threw my arm around my brother because I was so happy. We took a picture right before we took off because we wanted to remember one of the happiest days and the most exciting days of 2019. Of course, this was 18 for us. But what we did was we recorded that training, and we want to share it with you. And if you click this link below, you'll see exactly what made us so happy, yada, 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 yada. The hook was, why is my shirt pink and my arm around this guy? People are look at that and say, what the hell is he talking about? But then as they start to read, we wrap them into the whole idea and concept behind the marketing and the business. And if you start running that type of copy right there, and it works really well, I want to shout out on Facebook to all of our students that I have the winning copy. But it will get eyeballs, right? And if you're marketing to the right people, again, like he said earlier, you're picking your audiences, people that are following people and have interests that align with what you're selling. Then the hope is that it's a person that is interested in digital marketing that sees this. It's like, what the hell is he talking about his pink shirt, and starts reading and says, oh, it's digital marketing. Oh, this is what they were doing, and then becomes engaged in the process, and then of course clicks the button. So two different thought processes. The safest one is to be super, super clear, like what Roger said, exactly what you see there. The outlier, where you can find some really cool, crazy, weird things, is doing kind of like what I said, and creating this kind of wacky headline and tying it all together through the copy.
Love it. Love it. So if you're taking notes, by the way, the two ways you can write a headline, and this is top level stuff, is curiosity or clarity. Curiosity or clarity are the two ways you can write a headline. So I just launched one today, actually, where the headline was for Partner with Anthony, and the headline is my brother traded his Xbox for my online marketing book. Total curiosity. What the heck does that mean? What does that have to do with anything? But I want to know why my brother. Curiosity, or like you said, why is the pink shirt dude giving a side hug?
Yep.
Curiosity or clarity. How to copy and paste all of my funnels and use them as your own, even if you don't have anything to sell. That structure, by the way, if you're taking notes, is how I ultimate benefit, how I got the thing that I'm looking for, how I made the money, how I did the thing, how I got the girl, how I bought the house, even if I have this challenge, even if I have dyslexia, even if I failed kindergarten, even if I have these issues, how I got ultimate benefit, even if, and that's what I did here, how to copy and paste all of your funnels, even if you have nothing to sell. So you got curiosity or clarity.
Love it.
Sweet. And really, friends, for today, for your basics to get started, that's it. Because
if you scroll down, you can actually submit the ad. So obviously, you can click the confirm button down here. Now, of course, this has no access to an Instagram account, so we just haven't connected my Instagram account to this. But that's the reason why you saw that. And if you don't have an Instagram account, then obviously it's not going to be able to run the ad properly on Instagram because, well, you don't have access to that. But boom, you can see that we have a new ad, and you can, if you want, you can pause it, cut it off. I don't know if you actually have finished. We don't even have the pixel there, so we probably don't want to be running that ad as a test ad. You can delete it, but the point is
for $10,000 a day. That's what you said, right?
Yes. Set the budget to 20,000. Let's just roll the dice.
We're going big.
How many of you felt like we walked through setting up an ad and gave you enough content here where you could get an ad set up before next week? Just give me a big yes. Okay. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. I see lots of yeses. Very good. Good. Awesome. So lots and lots of yeses. Roger, what I'm going to do is you can leave your camera on if you want, but I'm going to steal your screen. Let's see. Make me the presenter. I just can't give up my screen for that long, homie.
No, I get it, man.
So here's what I want to do for you guys. I obviously have to give away $500 tonight, but here's what I would like to do for next week. Okay, so for next week, okay, so the first thing we're going to do next week is we are going to review the entire Instagram business funnel, okay? And this is Instagram product, okay? So it's gonna be Instagram product. So we're gonna review the entire Instagram business product funnel, okay? I'm going to give you the opt-in pages, okay? So you're gonna get those opt-in pages for your Instagram business funnel next week. So again, what we're gonna do is launch a business together where we're gonna build you a training course and a book on Instagram. We're gonna give it to you and let you sell it using the funnels that I put together for you, okay? So we're gonna review what that entire process is gonna look like. Then I'm gonna give you step one of that process, which is the opt-in page, okay? So you're gonna get the opt-in page. It's gonna include books, actually free reports, books, courses, a whole 9 yards. It's gonna be a much bigger thing than usual. Then we're also, this time we're gonna give away $1,000 for your Facebook post. We're going to give away $1,000 for your Facebook post. So here's the thing. If you create a Facebook ad for your Partner with Anthony program or for any program, because I don't want to tell you have to go buy something that you don't have. If you create any ad for any program of ours, okay? In other words, the ones we've given you, the YouTube course, the Inboxer Academy course, the 8-figure funnel blueprint course, the 7-figure email strategies course, or the Partner with Anthony course, or the ambassador program if you're an ambassador, so it doesn't matter. Any of those courses, you post a screenshot, okay? So you must post a screenshot of your Facebook account with Ad Live. Okay, you only have to do one. So just go into your Facebook account, take a screenshot, and show that you actually have a Facebook ad live for one of these businesses. Doesn't have to have a big budget, just $5 a day. That's the minimum, right? So $5 a day minimum budget. If you do that between now and next Thursday, okay, plus you have to post every day in the group. Okay, so plus post every day in group. You can tell I was going to be a doctor, can't you? Scribble, scrabble. So plus you have to post every day in the group. Okay, so in the Facebook group, you have to post every single day. If you do that, you can win $1,000 next week. I'm going to give away a $1,000 cash prize next week right here on the Success Connection to someone who does. I'm going to update my notes. My notes say $500. So now I'm going to scratch that out because I'm crazy. And I'm going to give it that way $1,000, but you have to make the Facebook post screenshot, okay? So basically that means you've got to run a Facebook ad and you've got to be posting in our Facebook group every single day. It doesn't mean new screenshots every day, let me be clear. That just means you have to be making posts every day in our Facebook group. How do you become a member of our Facebook group? How do you get this funnel right here, which is all built for you, along with all the other funnels, okay? Real simple. We have, and I have not updated this page since my crazy decision to give away $1,000. So I'll update this, and you'll see it in just a second. I'll have Nick update it right now, and then when I refresh the page, you'll say 1,000. So here's the thing. Next week is July 4th. I believe. Tell me I'm right, Roger. Right? Next Thursday is July 4th, right?
Next Thursday, right?
Okay. You guys know that I don't take holidays, so I'll be here on July 4th running the webinar just like I would on Thanksgiving and every other day. So we're going to launch this business next week. I know that a lot of you like to celebrate July 4th and all of that stuff, and so do I, but you can carve 1 hour out for your education. I think it's a smart thing. So next Thursday, I'm going to be giving away $1,000 if you have joined our Facebook group and you have made a post every single day and you have started running a Facebook ad and put a screenshot in there. If you're not a member of our group, you can go right here to join the group. I'm going to give you access to this page in just a second, so just hold tight for those of you that are new. I'll give you the password for this page and the link to this page in a second. Okay, so that's the first thing that you want to do, is join our Facebook group and start communicating with everybody that's in the group. The second thing is, if you have not joined the Partner with Anthony program, there's a link right here. You can join it. So I know there's some people that hop on here that may not have it. So if you want to be a part of the Partner with Anthony program, you can watch the video here and you can join. Okay. Of course, if you love me and you just want to leave me a review on my for my first book, it's called The Hidden Millionaire. Check this out. I'll show you something. I keep a copy of it. This was one of the first copies that was off the press. I keep it in my room, in my office. You can see this hair. The hair game was legit. Look at that.
Right.
Look at that. Look. I don't know that it would. I don't know, something about it. So anyway, so yeah, if you leave me a comment or a review on it, I would love it. I would appreciate it. You don't have to. There's no money given away for that. But if you've got a second, you don't mind leaving me a review, I would love some. As we move on down, all of your business funnels are in here. So you've heard me talk about all these businesses. If you're new, check this out. You can kind of skip down to these businesses that are outlined. The 8-figure funnel formula business. This is the entire business. You click each one of these buttons, you get everything. The sales page, the upsell funnels, the books, the products, everything, and it's yours. So it becomes your digital business. Our team built it. It's yours to sell and do with what you want. We also have the Inboxer Academy business. You could run Facebook ads for this business. Look at all the assets that are available for you. We have the 7-figure email strategies business. Again, you can run Facebook ads for this business if you want. Everything that you need to launch this business is right here. This is the Partner with Anthony business. Of course, you need to have Partner with Anthony if you're going to use these. And then here's the YouTube business. Okay, so here's the YouTube business that we just finished up last week. That will include, obviously, the free book, right? So you'll get to download the book, the opt-in page. It'll include the sales page, which has a video already on there to sell the product for you. It'll include the actual product that you're delivering. So literally, you could have this business flow right here, this entire funnel set up by just clicking these download buttons right here, and you'll instantly get them, okay? So if you're new, this is very, very important stuff. This is where you want to be. Now, if you are new, it is also important to note, and the reason I haven't given you the link to this page is because I want to explain it, you do have to have ClickFunnels for this to work. That is because we build everything in ClickFunnels. We give you the pages, but you've got to have ClickFunnels to make it work. This link right here is a free trial for ClickFunnels for 2 solid weeks. That means you could start right now, and you have 2 full weeks to build your business, to focus on your business, to get everything up and running and see how it works. And then it's like, oh my gosh, if everything in the world sucks, then you can just cancel the ClickFunnels, right? I will tell you, we have the lowest cancellation rate in the whole company that I'm aware of, under 3%, because people get into this and do it, and they actually have the assets, because we've built them for you, to go and make money. Now that we've got Roger on here teaching you how to do the Facebook ads, you really have everything you need to put this together and start building a list and making some sales in the process, right? It's all there for you. All you've got to do is decide that you want to do it. You know, I've told you in the past, this webinar and the Success Connection, this is not for entertainment purposes only, right? This is for education purposes and implementation purposes. If you're just here just because for some odd reason you have this quirky thing where you just think it's fun to sit around and listen to me talk on Thursday nights, like hop off and let somebody else on, because we max out every single Thursday. There's people that can't get on. We don't stream this onto Facebook anymore live. So people literally miss out because we're full. So if you're one of those people that just don't really care and you just sit around listening and not implementing it, you know, maybe just catch the replay or something and let somebody else that wants to do this get on here and do it live, right? Because it's super important. So you'll want to get ClickFunnels. There's a link right here for a free trial. Get it tonight, because all of the links on this page quit working at midnight. The reason they quit working is because people steal it. People will put the link to this page and the password that I'm going to give you all over Facebook. People come in and they start stealing all my stuff. They're not our students, and they want to ask us questions about it, and we're supporting people that are not even our students. It just isn't okay for me anymore. So we lock this down. We give you until midnight to get it done. So you have until midnight to go through here, download all the funnels, all the businesses. Get ClickFunnels. You have to get ClickFunnels first, log into your ClickFunnels account, and then click on all these download buttons in order for it to work. When you download it, it'll just instantly put it into your ClickFunnels account. You'll have all the funnels that you possibly could ever want, right? So everything is here on this page. Now, the next thing that we have to go over is the fact that you have to know how to get to this page. All right, so let's make that happen real fast. All right, I want you to write this down. go.vsc.com/funnel. Write that link down. go.vsc.com/funnel. I'm going to give you the password for that, which I wrote down a minute ago. Okay, I'm going to give you the password for that in just a second. I'm also going to announce our winner, who Nick sent me earlier today. So I've got your name written down, and hopefully I pronounce it properly. So I'm going to give away $500 now. I'm also going to give you the password for this page. What I want you to do is I want you to go to that page. I want you to get all of your funnels. I want you to join our Facebook group. If you have not joined it, you click that link, click join, we'll approve you. You can go right in and start posting. And next week, we want to make sure that you get your homework done, get your ad live, because we're going to be reviewing an entire Instagram product funnel. We're going to start that funnel, give you the first pages of it, and you're going to be able to start really, really crushing it. So our password, okay, for your Success Connection resource page is, it's Insta. So I made it short, Insta for Instagram, because we're going to start our Instagram business. So you can go here, go.vsc.com/funnel, type in the password Insta. When you come here, take care of the stuff up here at the top first, then go down here and get ClickFunnels so that you'll have your ClickFunnels trial. You'll get it started tonight. You'll be ready to rock. Now, remember, again, next week is July 4th. I expect to see everybody here, even if you're partying and having a good time. Join us anyway. I promise you this, it is far more exciting to make money than it is to blow up fireworks. You are actually blowing up money. Am I wrong?
It's solid.
I mean, you're literally, here's $500, and then you go outside and you light a match and you blow it up. So you can either be here learning to make money, or you can be there burning money. This is a great ad for you, by the way, Roger. Would you rather be burning money or making money? What are you going to do on Thursday?
I honestly took notes on that.
I mean, think about this. We literally light money on fire, and we think it's fun. So I don't get it. I actually do not light my money on fire, just FYI. So anyway, look, we did have a winner that Nick picked out for me randomly this week, $500 for posting inside of the Facebook group every single day. This must be someone new, because I have not heard your name before, and I'm going to try my hardest to actually pronounce this properly, but it is Brent Hoshquins. Okay, so Brent Hoshquins. Brent, actually, Nick has already contacted you. He shot me a little message here and said he contacted you on Facebook. So Brent Hoshquins is our $500 randomly selected $500 winner for this week. That is just simply for posting and commenting inside of our Facebook group, Brent Hoshquins. So Brent, congratulations. And to everybody else, congratulations on leaving comments, leaving posts, and helping other people inside of the group. That's what it's really all about. I'm spending ridiculous amounts of money just to make sure that you guys are engaged and actually doing something inside of this Facebook group that can help you be successful. So I truly hope that all of you are taking full advantage of that. So what you need to do right now is go to the link that you see on the screen, go.vsc.com/funnel. The password is Insta, so type that in, I-N-S-T-A, Insta, and then go through all of your resources here. If you're new, make sure you get all of these funnels downloaded tonight. launch your Facebook ads. And remember, next week we've got some awesome stuff coming up for you on July 4th. So you can either be burning money or you can be learning to make money. That choice is up to you. So listen, have a great weekend, a safe weekend, a fun weekend. And of course, like I always say, be doing a little bit something this week or this weekend that other people are not doing. This is an industry where everyone is gunning for you. Every single day, there's somebody trying to be successful. And so if you're taking the day off, they're getting a step ahead. And we don't want that. We want you to be ahead of everybody and have the edge. And we try our best to give you that with all these funnels, all this education. Roger's awesome Facebook training and the funnels we build, the motivation we can put in, everything that we can do to help you be successful. We're going to keep doing it. All we need you to do is do your part. And that is plug in, take action, and actually do something. So Roger, listen, man, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. I know it was kind of last minute. I said, hey, hop on here late at night and do this webinar thing. And you're like, absolutely. So I appreciate it. We're going to maybe see if we can't get you to do some training modules that I can release to the Success Connection students on Facebook ads, maybe going a little deeper, just because we really want them to be able to crush it. And I know you're doing really well for us. So anything you can provide for them is going to help them and in turn help me. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Awesome. Thank you. And it was great to meet you all. I cannot wait to join you again. So thanks for the time.
Awesome. All right, listen, everybody, I'll see you next week right here, same place, same time on the Success Connection. I'll be making money. Hopefully you won't be burning money. And I'll probably hop in our Facebook group in a little while and we'll talk to everybody soon. So have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.